Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Magna POS YouTube channel. Today, we'll be going through the manufacturing console and we will walk through how to create manufactured products and sell them on Magna POS. But before we start, please remember to like and subscribe our channel so you can get more tips and tutorials on how to utilize Magna POS to grow your business. So let's jump into it. Now we have the Magna POS demo account and I will be logging in and going straight to the manufacturing console by your left. So here you have the manufacturing console. I would click on it and it opens up the manufacturing part. And you would see a couple of options here: the manufacturing, the recipe, which includes all your recipes you need for the actual manufacturing, right? The production itself, which is where you trigger the production of the products you want to manufacture. We have the settings and the manufacturing report as well. Let's go back to the manufacturing tab, which covers the products you manufacture. Already we have dough here that was already put in, and I want to manufacture a new product called big dough. Now let's go into a separate diagram to kind of understand how the manufacturing console works. So here you have a couple of ingredients, right? Imagine I want to manufacture a product called big dough from this set of ingredients. I could do that easily with Magna POS. All it involves is I make sure that I have registered or set up these ingredients in Magna POS as products, but not for sale. And I've also added the final product, bigger dough, as a product in Magna POS and for sale. So what we do in Magna POS through the production channel is to make sure we combine these ingredients and create a new product called the bigger dough. In essence, when bigger dough goes for sale, you will be selling only bigger dough. But when you produce bigger dough on Magna POS, it will take appropriate quantities of each of the ingredients on Magna POS and use it to produce the bigger dough. So it means you can track your inventory of bigger dough, of the ingredients that is being used, and also track your inventory of the final product that you eventually end up selling. All right. Now on the Magna POS demo I've done, I've already created some of these products in Magna POS demo, and I'll just go ahead to show how we create or set up the manufacturing for the product called Bigado. All right, so firstly, I'll go to the add under the recipe section. I'll click on add and choose product. I have to select the product I want to be manufacturing. In this case, is bigger dough. So I'll search for BIGG, which is bigger, and I'll see it bigger dough. It asks, do I want to copy it from a recipe? No, I want to create a new recipe for bigger dough. So I say continue, and it opens up a window where I can create a recipe for bigger dough. And remember, we said we had three items that makes up the bigger dough: ginger, salt, and wheat. Remember that, and we'll get to it. So the first is ginger. Like I said, I've added ginger as a product. So I search for ginger. Here is ginger. I select it, and what's the quantity of ginger I need to make bigger dough? In the recipe, let's say I need 1 tin of ginger, and of course it costs 10,000, which has been put in the product. The next in my list is salt. All right, so I've done that of that. I need salt, and I know I need salt here. So I select salt, search for salt, and I need it in bags. So let's say I need 1/4 of a bag, 0.25 of a bag, right? That's 2,500 from the product I already had. And the last item, remember, is wheat. And I search for wheat and I find wheat. And 1 gram, let's say I need 200 grams of wheat to make a bigger dough. So now I've set up the recipe as per the quantity shared, And if you go down here, it shows that I need all this to make 1 tin of bigger dough. Now, how much of this quantity of bigger dough do I make from this? I say it's 1 tin. It can be anything depending on your recipe. Let's say is I make let's say 10 tins. This becomes a recipe for bigger dough. Ginger 1 tin, salt 0.25 bags, wheat 200 grams, all makes me 10 tins of bigger dough. And we know in manufacturing, you might not be able to have the entire process without recording some wastage. So from experience, for example, I know the percentage of the goods I waste is usually, let's say 1%, or we can do 0.5%. So that helps you in calculation of your products at the end of the day when you manufacture. Now, what's my fixed cost? The fixed cost is, for example, if you incur diesel cost or manpower cost, these are fixed costs irrespective of the quantity of bigger dough you produce. Let's say in this case, I don't have a fixed cost. I don't want to put a fixed cost. I leave it blank. And you see your total cost of producing 10 tins of bigger dough, which is 32,500, and it comes with adding up the sum of the ingredients, right? Then lower here you see the recipe ingredients. If you have anything to add, you can add them, describing your ingredients. At the end, you just go to your save button and save. Once you save, it goes back and saves this bigger dough as a recipe for your product. Now, now I've set up the bigger dough as a recipe, I can go into the production part and produce bigger dough. Initially, we don't have any quantity of bigger dough in stock. If you want to check, you can go to your products, go to list products. You search for bigger dough here. Sorry, bigger dough. See bigger dough, that is 0 tins because I have not triggered any manufacturing. So let's trigger manufacturing in Magna POS. I go to the manufacturing tab. I go to the production, right? It opens up and I want to add a production. I click add. The tab opens up, reference number. I don't need to put that in. What date do I want to manufacture? I want to manufacture now. For which location? Let's say in location A. Which product do I want to manufacture? Bigger dough, right? Because these are the products in the recipe section. I want to produce bigger dough. What quantity? Each time you produce bigger dough, the default is 10 because that's what I put in. And I want to produce, let's say I want to produce 20 tins of bigger dough. Look at what will happen in that side. Once I press 20 tin, the system auto populates and tells me the number of tins I need to produce, the number of recipe I need to produce bigger dough. Unfortunately, I don't have enough quantity of each of the ingredients. So it means in the system, I can't produce bigger dough because I don't have enough quantity. So let's drop this to back to 10 and see, yes, I have some ginger, but I don't have any quantity of ginger in my product. So in my recipe. So it means I need to go and procure ginger in the product as an item, add it to my inventory, and then I can go and produce bigger dough as an item, and all I have to do is get this done and submit. So once I submit, I produce these 10 quantities of bigger dough and it becomes part of my inventory. And that's the simple way you utilize the manufacturing console on Magna POS. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.